Hey, this is Galator from Galator's Gaming, giving you another video, Elder Scrolls raid video. So basically, what this character is, so my last video, my raid video, it was the same. This video is going to be the same as the other one. I'm going to do a couple raids with this setup, and it's a very simple yet very effective setup, though, too. So just so you know. So, my guy is a Templar. He's my own mixed character I made. He's a Templar, Orc, and basically, he's a pretty effective, he's a pretty effective tank. He's a Paladin, which is my own variation of the build. So, he does have that biting jab, sun flare, and rush ceremony. He also, he does use a sword and shield, but he'll also be using a bow. I got this character mainly for their heavy armor experience boosted and in general crafting inspiration gain. Brawny increases their max health and max stamina, which is always a plus. Unflinching increases your healing received by 1% and healing health recovery by 6%. This will actually keep stacking the higher level you get. Swift Warrior increases your damage done with melee attacks and reduces the cost of sprint and increases the movement speed of bonus of sprint. So we're heavily armored but super tanky. Now this is basically just my own variation of the Templar, which I call the Paladin. So I'll look into my attributes. He does have some health investment. Some. But after this, he's going to be mostly stamina investment. And it's mainly because of the gear he has. We do have pieces of Night Silence, which adds maximum stamina, stamina recovery, and rubbing critical. We only have 4 pieces, though, because we don't need the 5th pieces, because we're not going to be sneaking. The other set we have is Hist Bark, which is actually very good for us, since it adds more physical resistance, adds more health recovery, and gives us more maximum health. And with 5 pieces, while you are blocking, you will gain major evasion, increasing your dodge chance by 15%. This is insane. It basically makes it so I'm heavy, but I'm also, like, this is probably one of the very few tanks I happen to notice. Like, this is one of the very few tank sets I ever generally had that is able to do DPS. Like, it's not going to be able to out DPS a Nightblade based DPS, but it's not defenseless. It's able to easily get in there with the DPS. It's able to do DPS, which I happen to notice that a lot of tanks have been lacking of, because they haven't been exactly, tanks are just generally not very not really good at damaging your opponents too well. Right now, I'm basically just getting, my research out of the way, but, what I'm going to be doing, is go through this go through the raids, do a couple raids here and there. It's going to go about an hour, because I do want to, got a mail? Oh, right. So what we're doing right now is we're going to be basically going through dungeons. This character is mainly a tank, but he is able to pull the DPS part decently enough. I mean, I could basically solo If this character was max level with max level gear, he could easily solo. I can imagine he can probably solo one of those world bosses. At least I think that's... Oh, sorry about that. I was just talking to the chat. For those of you in the chat, right now you may not be able to hear them, but I'm actually talking to other people. I still have not figured out how to record chat.
Wait, who's that? Who's over there?
On your feet, you louts. We're going back in.
Alright, so I got my ultimate. You want me to save it for the boss? I have, the Templar ability, Sunflare. Okay, I dropped it. Criminy, the damage this guy does is ridiculous, and he's a tank. Yeah, I'm a Templar Orc tank. My own variation of the build. I call him a Paladin. I mean, I'm actually doing like 5k to very rarely 10k damage. Keep in mind, I do have armor. Like, I have 5 pieces of His Bark, 4 pieces of Night Silence. So maybe that's why. Ah, I dodged it. surprisingly, I'm actually running pretty smooth.
I wonder if we'll ever see the commander.
Kill them all. No mercy. Misery and death all around. This pleases me.
Alright, so, I see, 2 healers in the back. Or actually, I see 1 healer in the back and 1 to the side. Targeting the boss. The boss is the DPS. Oh. Got rid of their healer, though. I got rid of their healer, though, so they won't be able to get heals. This guy is freaking insane! Onward to more carnage! Two healers.
See her wisdom.
Bring them before her. You mean to take her? Stop them! Hey! Stop them! 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 Stop them
We got 3 healers. Criminy.
Incorruptible creatures. I'll kill you all.
Set it ablaze!
Huh? Skill link. I'm not, but, here, have some heals. Oh. Oh, that's creepy. Jolly good show, good sirs.
I feel so now that you've given.
Oh, hey, I leveled up. Sweet. Well, that was fun. Oh, whoops. Whoopsies. So that was actually pretty fun. Okay, we're actually doing pretty good. So yeah, that was surprised. I actually was quite surprised at how powerful this guy was. Like he was doing so much damage. I mean, like, holy shit! Oh, so that's how. Oh, that's how you access the crafting bag. Hey. How do I get out of the crafting bag? Oh, never mind. Actions. Charge. I think I actually got splunkers. And it's divines. Huh. Ooh.
I've got what you need.
Oh, I see. That's nice. Hooked on a feeling. Sorry, I couldn't. uh. I could not resist. Hello. Pretty good, pretty good. Hello. It's okay.
Well met. 3 of my comrades. I have the tale. Be consulted. This is packed. I have.
So, which one of you is the, warden? Ah. By the way, all of you, say hi to YouTube. Hello. Yes. For the sake of carnage. Oh, and if any of you are wondering, my build is a templar tank, aka a paladin. And I'm actually quite surprised how effective this guy is. Like, he's doing, like, he's a tank, but he's doing, like, Well, that's because they're versatile in that regard. But this guy, he does like 5 to 10k damage. And he's like only level 14. Ah. That's actually pretty good because if you make it a dark elf pyromancer, you can easily go make that a magic DPS if you wanted to. But for stamina DPS, I highly recommend the Khajiit or maybe even the Red Guard, because the Red Guard has monstrous regeneration. The Khajiit, however, has bonus critical, which at first didn't work, but they actually patched it, so now it does work. The Khajiit. And unlike being a Khajiit Nightblade, being a Dragon Knight will make you a little more, quite a bit more tanky.
Haroldar, you live.
I do. Though I've seen that at least.
Ah.
The High Lord's power has grown. He would not have been able to escape our predecessors.
Oh god, the controller battery problems.
We need to go after him.
Stay down, Keeper. You're injured. If the others...
Oh, okay. Are you a Bosmer?
If we can. He has already escaped. I will not suffer further dishonor by losing lives to him.
Nor ever an optimist. An Altmer should not fear the end, Syrian. I will give the lives of all 4 of us to stop this. The High Lord will rend Tamriel apart if he gets to the surface.
Hello.
And it will be our fault.
There is a difference between fearing death and throwing your life away, Haroldar. And as long as I...
So, where do we go now?
If the others live, we'll find them. You've helped more, Haroldar.
Oh, geez. The Fleshy Fun Bridge. That's an odd name. The Fleshy Fun Bridge is getting his, like, shit pushed in.
What delightful folly is this? The Keepers have enlisted an outsider to face me? You fools have fallen so low!
You've helped more than I... Haroldar. You've helped more. The tale he consorted...
Easier ways to prove your... Turn back, or you'll share the Keeper's fate.
You'd be surprised how OP the Dragon Knight could be. Just by sheer fire alone, it, like, rips apart everyone. Especially in PvP, because 90% of the people in PvP use vampires. And vampires are very weak to fire. My Dark Elf Dragon Knight, Pyromancer, he was... There were some occasions of a vampire DPS, I would one-shot them. Five at the moment. I started, like, earlier this last year. Still trying to figure out how to, you know, make a decent channel. I'm surprisingly doing decent in terms of equipment, but I can definitely see myself needing to be better. You know, that sort of thing. But if you are planning on being a pyromancer or a dragonite pyromancer, your main source of damage is going to be fire. Oh yeah, it's the permafrost, or the bifrost, mage. I actually have a Breton that's a bifrost mage, and holy hell does he do a lot of damage. Keep in mind, I am a little disappointed with how, you know, not as good as Ice is.
It's Varanil. Arudor. See to him.
By the Empyrean light, let's hope he lives.
I mean, if I recall, doesn't Ice do stamina damage?
He lives. Are you satisfied, Syrian? I'm eager to proceed.
So that may be very dangerous for stamina-based DPSs.
I need you to heal him. And Immaril is still unaccounted for. We'll need her to face Rilis. There's one keeper left. There's one keeper he consorted with.
Now for my character, he's a stamina-based tank, and the only time he ever uses magicka for buffs or a quick panic heal if he needs to, which is great because I'm actually using another pool, and I'm effective with that other pool because of that. Like, I'm just using, like, if I'm a magical-based DPS, I use stamina for buffs or dodge rolls. So, I mean, at least I'm using... And I messed. Damn it.
I see her. Let's hope she lives. We'll need her before the day is done.
She's going to be fine with a little restoration magic. We should be considering how to handle the High King Lord.
Even if we defeat him, how do we contain him? He's already escaped once. If we could control him...
Okie dokie.
Perhaps this wouldn't have happened. What do you think, Sirion? Fight fire with fire?
Stay your tongue, Varanil. You insult your lineage by even thinking it. Does the High Kinlord's fate appeal to you so? We go with my plan and divide his essence among us. He can't escape his prison if he's not whole. We're fortunate. It's not as you.
So, let's go. Just so you know, the vampires are actually, they're powerful, but they actually have a big weakness, too. That if you don't, you know, supply the need to feed, you'll actually get, like, a 75% hit to your health regeneration. Just thought you should know. I know, but I mean, if you let your need to feed, quote unquote, get desperate or get bad enough, you will take a heavy hit, just to let you know. I mean, personally, I wouldn't roll a vampire since I'm not really willing to take that kind of hit, but that's just me.
Is that you, Syrian? I don't know how you defeated those Banekin, but I'll be glad to see more. I'm going to... Ah, it's the outsiders. So the keepers are afraid to face me. Very well. You'll die in their stead.
Oh god, that blue fire shit burns! Well, you managed to got out of it. What he did, he threw me into it. So I was in there for a bit. Oh, yeah, it's not doing much damage to me at all. Oh, it was probably the, uppercut that you hit me with that did the more damage than I thought. Yeah.
Haven't you noticed that the pact I've made protects me from death?
Ignore his words, keepers. Begin the separation.
I'm not confident this will work, Sirion.
What are you not doing? Oh, I do so love to see magic. Is that what this is? This isn't as grand as the spells I learned from the Daedra. But I don't expect much from mortal Altman. Remember,
Wow.
children,
What a conceited prick.
of your own accord, not when the Daedra fight for me. Perhaps you'd fare better if you had Daedra on your side.
His madness nears delirium. Ignore him, keepers. Bind the High Kinlord.
By the light Imperium, the keepers of the banished cells hereby condemn Relistus 12 to imprisonment unending.
Oh my, it looks like you've won. Old Relis's days of freedom are over, it seems.
You said this bastard wouldn't be able to speak.
He shouldn't be able to achieve coherent thought. We'll have to watch him carefully. The prison's not perfect, yet, but I'll make sure of it. Thanks to you, you have been a boon to us.
Well, that's the end of this quest, I guess. Oh, and by the way, he gave a skill. He gives a skill point, which is pretty nice. Oh. Alright, so, I did surprisingly amount of damage. And keep in mind, all this gear is level 1, but it is, I will argue that it is improved, but, me. Oh, Columbine. Need this. I need it a lot. And I am going to have to sell some crap. So you know, just mainly to keep my stuff clean. Hmm. So typically what I do is gain lots of money is whenever I typically keep 500 on me. If I get more than 500, I deposit that quickly into the bank. Excuse me. Mainly for the sake of keeping the bank clean. Ugh. I almost forgot to... Oh, if anyone wonders what this perk does, on this mace, Intercate, it basically increases the inspiration gain from deconstruction of this item by quite a bit. I'm pretty sure it's only this one item, and not this one type of item. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. Alright, so... So, let's go for the next variations of those dungeons. But this guy is actually pretty effective. Great for, I mean, as you can see, this guy is straight effective. I mean, I was kind of swinging willy-nilly here and there, but that was basically it. But this guy is actually very effective for applying those debuffs. One of the sword and board abilities I have is Pierce Armor. So I basically thrust my sword into my opponent. They gain major. The enemy gets the debuff of Major Breach and Major Fracture, increasing their physical and spell resistance by 5,280%. So basically, they, in general, become weaker. So that's great for groups and bossing, especially when you could have a stamina DPS or a magic DPS. The infamous slow waiting time for the queue. Well, I guess I can use this time to talk about what I plan on doing for any other types of builds. I am going to be releasing more videos of these if these characters do a level up more. I haven't really been playing this game much lately because I've been getting kind of burned out. But hey, that's just me. So, what I plan on doing for, like, I plan on making a Bifrost Warden build. You probably heard me talking to one of the people I was grouped up with about that. A Bifrost Warden build is basically where that character is focused all on frost damage. Kind of like a Pyromancer, but more of a, I guess you can call it a Cryomancer. At least I think frost magic is considered cryomancy? Hard to say. Why is it taking it this long to queue? Does anybody just not want a tank now or something? All by myself. Why wouldn't you want to play with me? I got Regulus. Ugh. Ah. Can't attack those things. I wanted their leather strips. Good God, why is it taking so long to just queue? Forgot I had that crap. Eh. Sure, let's do that. You know, the queue was working just fine not too long ago. What's the dealio here? I think what I'm gonna do, I think, my plans for our next video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be releasing, I think I'm gonna be redoing my, Dark Souls 3 video. I think I'm gonna be, like, redoing my Dark Souls 3 Know Thy Weapon video. Mainly because I feel as though, like, keep in mind, I recorded that on the Xbox 5-minute bullshit thing, so I really didn't have much time to accurately explain anything, and I felt like I was being rushed. All around, it was a hot, steamy mess of epic failness. So I'll most likely be redoing that video. And, I think I'll also be doing my RuneScape, redoing my RuneScape, what was the name of that video again? It was the RuneScape video that I said Iron Man would love this. It was, shite! I can't remember the name of the minigame. Temple trekking, that was it, temple trekking. I gotta redo that video because I'm pretty sure there are other ways for, people to use that. Like for Iron Man who are range users, I'm pretty sure you can damage vampires with silver crossbow bolts. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I'll definitely be looking for other methods to hit vampires with, so that way you guys will have some options. For example, if you're a ranger or a range build, or a melee build, or a magic build. But you probably won't see that video this week or next week. I'm going to have to do some testing on that to actually see if you can damage them. It still hasn't queued. It's queued, but it's like no one playing this game? Like, what the fuck? Scotty! Well, you wouldn't know how to play with me! Finally! It only took us a few minutes, guys, but we finally got a dungeon ready. Alright, so it looks like we have 1 tank, 1 healer, 1 DPS ready. Spin the clutch. Alright. Hello, hello, everybody.
On your feet, you louts. We're going back in.
Oh, a heavy sack. Ah, there's a joke there. Just so you know, at this time, I do not have group chat enabled because no one else in the chat has chat enabled.
Into my web. More pain.
Oh hey, I found a heavy sack. That little chest had a lockpicks. Joy. Lockpicks. Give me the lockpicks. Hey, let me pick your brain for some questions. That was a stretch. I'll be the first to admit.
I can taste your delicious fear.
Bitch, you don't taste shit! Sorry about that you had to see that. I was trying to fix my headphones because I was doing this with one ear. And of course, my DPS will go down. I forgot to charge my weapon again, didn't I? Damn it. Oh, okay. Apparently, we got a big motherfucker right here. Ah, dodge!
Kill them all. No mirth, misery, and death all.
How does it feel to get utterly decimated, Preston? And I'm lagging a bit. Okay, there we go. Oh, hey, I didn't know this was here. Lore book. Yay, I'm learning! sorry, I had to pull that joke. All I could say is the Simpsons would be proud. Among other things. Excuse you, Big Buddha? Whatever the fuck your name is. Ah, I got full inventory. Damn it! Hey guys, hold up for a sec. I gotta clear some crap in my inventory. Sorry about that, what a miss. Sure, I'll take it.
Incorruptible creatures, you dare to defy me? I'll kill you all.
Come, come! Boop!
Whispers.
Dropping alt. I don't know who our healer is, but he's not doing too good of a job. So, we've been going on for about an hour. I think I'm gonna go back to town. Sorry. I think I'm gonna go back to town. Do whatever the town, you know, deal with, deal with all the deconstruction and, basically all the clearing of inventory shit. But so that, yeah, this is my Orc Paladin. So this is basically my Paladin build. If you guys want to, you can quite easily make this yourself, and he's already powerful at such a low level. So if you guys thought this video was entertaining and enjoyable, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps me a lot. And be sure to share with a friend. And give me lots of comments, because I like talking to people, and I like having comments so I can talk to them or you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I'll be sure to make more content of this in the future. So yeah, that's it. This is Galator's Gaming signing off.